Are we live? Is this thing on? How's everybody doing today? Where the hell are you, Dan? All right. There. Link should be up and ready for you, Dan, to tune in whenever, or to hop in whenever you're ready. How's everybody doing? Week 16's here. Semis for most of the leagues. If your league is in the quarters, God bless. I hate that. I hate that for you. But yeah, man, you guys got fantasy football questions. We got answers. I'm running a little bit behind here, so I'm just trying to get everything set up. I'm going to do a couple best ball stuff. Well, not best ball, but a couple DFS stuff. Got to pull up all the numbers and stats so I can advise you guys accordingly. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to rocking out with you guys today. And where's the history? All right. And then we'll add this one as well. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. You guys are popping. All right, Andrew Nordmeyer, my guy, my brother, one of my favorite human beings. First question of the day, PPR, and 0.25 points per carry. Jordan Addison, Patrick Taylor. Jordan Addison or Patrick Taylor. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a running back in San Francisco, like Sleaze alluded to earlier. So I'm gonna go that route, buddy. I'm gonna go with Patrick Taylor. Good luck this week, man. My mind is a weapon fantasy football sleazeball. He's usually on the show. He's usually doing his own show. Speaking of legends, shout out to you, Dan. Welcome in. Good to see you. Sleazeball's on a vacation to Lake Tahoe, so we're picking up the slack here over on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. We are live simultaneously on both X and YouTube. We got pretty much 10 people on each side. Let's go. Let's get weird. Let's get awesome. Let's rock. All right. Happy holidays, fellas. Let's get these wins. Dan, I know you're going to be like puttering around and doing your big posts and your big parlays that you do every single week that people can tell that you're the only person I know who hits these very, very long-legged parlays. So the priority today is if you can answer a question here and there, do that, but we want your parlays. Let the folks know who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, and as long as you fucking love me, and where they can tail your parlays.
What's up, guys? I'm Dan Neely with NFL DFS Picks. You find me here on X or on your shows. I'm on Pittsburgh Radio 99.3 Wednesday nights. Just trying to win some bets, guys. Just dropped 5 bills on Hard Rock, and we're going to get some valuable insight from the best in the business, Big Draft Energy. I'm going to tell you right now, my best winning weekends have come with a collab with you. So I'm here to win money.
Well, it's not just a collab with me, right? It's me, you, and Sleazeball and somebody else. And shout out to Chris Chetham. Says, happy holidays, fellas. Let's get these wins. Let's get these dubs, man. Lock it in. Happy holidays, chat. Smash the likes and subs. Support the fam. Shout out to you, Sleazeball. We love you, brother. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, Ezra. Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Shout out to Ezra. He's becoming one of my favorite humans. This guy, he and I go back and forth. He asks me for advice, but the insight that he brings is incredible. Andrew Normeyer says, let's change that up. Addison, Taylor, or Jacoby Myers? Jacoby Myers for me. It's 100% Jacoby Myers for me. I know it's a half point per carry, but the volume is going to be there, and it's one of the best matchups in football. And Aiden O'Connell's back. So, yeah. What's up, homie? Good to see you, Bones. Bones, did you tail that 10X pick'em that we smashed on Thursday? Because I remember you asked for the picks, and we gave you the 10X. Did you tail it? Because that thing smashed. Ford or Taylor in PPR, better floor and better ceiling. So floor, if we're talking about floor, I think Jerome Ford gives you exactly what you need to know because there's too much volatility and uncertain with Patrick Taylor. Yes, we've seen him pass in other situations, but Jerome Ford is an excellent receiving back for looking at the entire season, the last 4 weeks, the last 2 weeks. The one constant is the Cincinnati Bengals give up a lot of receiving yardage and a lot of receptions to opposing backs, and that's where Ford excels. So I would say Ford is the higher ceiling and safer floor play here in these two. But once again, we also love the San Francisco 49ers running back. Shout out to Sleaze who brought that up. Doesn't matter who the running back is in there, they're going to excel and they're going to do well. It's just a tough matchup against a Miami front that hasn't really given up a lot of production on the ground. If you're going to see production from an opposing running back against Miami Dolphins, which the San Francisco 49ers are playing, it's going to be in the receiving game as well. Good luck this week, man. Flex Keenan Allen or Patrick Taylor. Andre, shout out to you, man. Good to see you, buddy. I would say Patrick Taylor is obviously the safer floor play because of the volatility of weather concerns in Chicago. And I know the weather looks great right now, but the Windy City really funnels some really shitty weather. But it's an excellent matchup for Keenan Allen. So if you're looking for floor, I guess Patrick Taylor is like a bit of a floor play. And if you're looking for the ceiling play, it's Keenan Allen. Good luck this week, Andre. Happy Football Sunday, says Kobe and the Cattle Dogs. Raul Lucero says, I have McBride starting Bucky Irving or Johnny Smith in the flex. It's Bucky Irving. It's not even close. I do like Johnny Smith, but I mean, if you have Jalen Waddle gone, right, and the two biggest threats on the field for Miami at all times is, and we're not taking away from Devon Achane or what Johnny Smith has done this year. They've been tremendous in fantasy football. Don't get me wrong. But if we're talking about the reason why Johnny's available and free all the time is if you're looking at 3 high or 2 high, you're getting most of the coverage to Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill because that's where you get killed, and that's why Devon Achane and that's why Johnny Smith have been living wide open the entire time. So without Jalen Waddle this week, I think John is going to eat, but not as much as we've seen in the past. All right, good luck. We still need to decide between Caleb or Penix or Stranger Hawk. It's 100% Hawkinson, and I guess I'm going Caleb, unless you like playing Russian roulette. I think Michael Penix has a great matchup, but the matchup's more favorable for Bijan Robinson. And I do think that, we've seen the last of Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. I think by March 17th, as Adam Schefter reported, that's his release date. And fucking 60, 90 million in guaranteed. Crazy. Hi, what's up, Jerry? Shout out to you, buddy. Jerry. Colts or Bengals defense this week. Colts got the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans actually have an upgrade at quarterback because Will Levis sucks so bad. So terrible. Bengals against DTR, I think. So DTR, if you guys look at, across the board, and Dan, this is a good stat for you to look at as well. The Cincinnati Bengals give up the most rushing production when it comes to rushing touchdowns and rushing yards and rushing attempts to opposing quarterbacks, and that's what DTR does. So I would say I like the Bengals defense more than the Colts defense in this matchup, but be weary that DTR is going to take off and run a heck of a lot, and if he gets hurt, then James Winston's going to carve up this terrible secondary. All right, Bones.
How do you think the rain is going to affect the Seahawks-Vikings game? It's supposed to be like a torrential downpour all day.
I think we see an uptick in rushing attempts. That's why I love Kenneth Walker's rushing yards. It's currently at 59.5. We're going to see more rushing attempts, more rushing yards, and more turnovers. You're definitely going to see a lot of that. But I mean, like, kickoff is in Seattle, right? Because Minnesota has an indoor stadium.
Right.
It always rains in Seattle. So I'm not worried about, Jackson Smith and Jigba not hitting his receptions marker, especially in one of the most advantageous matchups for wide receivers. I think DK Metcalf has been very disappointing. But if any matchup's the matchup from this match, and I know we've been saying this and we sound like a broken record, it's this one. It's an excellent matchup across the board for him. And I think Jordan Allison's a sneaky play, but I absolutely love TJ Hawkinson in this matchup.
Do you think either defense is a sneaky play at all?
No.
Turnover.
I mean, Minnesota
turnover game.
Minnesota is a good play on a weekly basis simply because they get after the quarterback really well and they take the ball away really well. And a hobbled Geno Smith not going at 100%. I think Minnesota is a great play. Seattle defense, I wouldn't touch. That's the most inconsistent, incomplete team in football. That could be great, but is very awful at times. I can't figure them out.
I'm looking for a cheap defense in DFS.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I ask, because there's not a lot of good cheap options. And I don't want to pay up for Cincy. Like I'd love to pay up for Cincy or one of these better defenses in a good matchup versus a rotten quarterback. Like
I personally would not pay up on Cincy. I think they're going to give up 14, 21 points. I don't think you're going to get the sack production that you'd love, even though Hendrickson's been playing well. All right, Bone says sit one PPR, Patrick Taylor, Jalen McMillan, Marvin Harrison Jr. I would say Patrick Taylor is the safer floor. Marvin Harrison Jr. has a great ceiling matchup. Jalen McMillan's the only one that's volatile. It's either going to be Jalen McMillan, Sterling Shepard, or Kate Otten this week. I think McMillan's been on fire and on a roll. So if you're looking for the ceiling, I'd go McMillan and Marvin Harrison Jr. If you're looking for the floor, I'd go Patrick Taylor and Marvin Harrison Jr. But Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to be in your lineup this weekend. Need a tight end, Strange, Henry, or Ertz. Well, Ertz is healthy. He's got a pretty decent matchup. Hunter Henry has the best matchup out of them all. Cole Strange has been seeing the best utilization. So if you're looking for a safe floor, I would say Strange. If you're looking for the ceiling, I would say Hunter Henry. Good luck. Dan the Man, what's up? Good to see you back. I know, right? We haven't had him in forever. The return of Dan. Shout out to Sleazeball. We love you. QB, Richard Sleaze, the link to the stream. If you want to hop on the StreamYard, I sent it to you in your DMs. You could use it, your phone, because StreamYard's incredible. You could use your phone. You can hop in with us. Khaled Shaheen says, quarterback, Richardson or Stafford? I'm saying Richardson's the ultimate ceiling play. Are you playing from behind? Like, did you go against Isaiah Flowers or Isaiah Likely? And by the way, shout out to me. I did call Isaiah Likely this week. Brilliant. Or Stafford. Yeah, Stafford would be the safer floor play in a pretty cold weather game, but the Rams are playing more meaningful football because they're fighting for their playoff lives, and it's a very advantageous matchup. The Jets have been absolutely atrocious, and I think Cooper Kupp bounces back in a way. Anthony Richardson's all ceiling because of his rushing upside. And Tennessee does give up the 10th most rushing yards and rushing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks on the year. Strange or Kincaid flex. I think Kincaid has a better matchup. Strange has been getting better usage. Buffalo's super volatile based off of like who they're targeting. Like we saw Amari Cooper go from 14 targets to 0 targets. Right now, his receptions marker in a very advantageous matchup on Drafters Fantasy, and you can tell using promo code DISCO is at 2.5 receptions. I'm smashing over because it's such a great matchup. So I would say if you're looking for the ceiling, it's Kincaid. If you're looking for the floor, it's Strange. Whatever you need, buddy, you get that. And then Kendre Miller is not an option for me. I refuse to play Kendre Miller. Patrick Taylor would go over Kendre Miller for me for sure. And if Tony Pollard's out, I'd play Spears over both. Good luck.
I feel like Kendre Miller and Jerome Ford are in the same boat. Just absolute no threat of a pass game is the biggest ruin to a run game ever. Well, just like A-Chain was worthless with Tua out.
Well, like here's the thing. I think Jerome Ford has so much value as a receiving back this week, especially PPR formats. Half PPR standard, I'm not recommending him. PPR, I have him as a top 15 back because of
best case scenario. He catches 6 or 7 balls. That's his only chance of being good today in fantasy.
And then that's what I haven't projected for. I haven't projected for 7 receptions. Brandon Kuleza says, "Happy holidays, brother." Happy holidays to you, my friend. Need a second flex option. Full PPR. Amari Cooper, Jalen McMillan, Kendre Miller, Tajay Spears. I'm going Amari Cooper for the ceiling, Jalen McMillan for the floor. Not considering Tajay Spears unless do we have it, guys? Chat. Do we have any news on Tony Pollard? Because right now I'm locked in on this. He's playing. Okay, so yeah, Tajay Spears isn't even an option. So I'm going Amari. I'm personally playing Amari Cooper, but I also like Jalen McMillan as a safer floor. I think Amari Cooper has a great game this week. You know what? I forgot to tell the 10x like a client. It's okay, man. Hey, I forgot to put 85. I accidentally put 85 instead of 5. That would have been $850. Tyson Sands says, pick one. Ford, Patrick Taylor, Tracy, or Stevenson, full PPR. I'm going Ramondre Stevenson. The Bills have one weakness and one weakness alone. That is the running back. It doesn't matter if it's receptions, especially PPR. It doesn't matter if it's on the ground. That's all the Patriots really have. I think Demario Douglas is a sneak tertiary play, and I think Ramondre Stevenson is also a sneak tertiary play. I like Tracy for his usage. Don't love the matchup. If we're talking about Atlanta, they don't give a lot of production to opposing back. So it's Ramondre Stevenson for the safe floor and the high ceiling for me. Matthew Podgurski says JSN great matchup, bad weather. Garrett Wilson good matchup, cold weather. DJ Moore great matchup, cold weather. Bench one. half PPR for Tyreek Hill. I honestly, it's the Devontae Adams show in New York. Devontae Adams has gotten the vast majority of the usage. If we're talking about who has, the safer floor and higher ceiling in New York, that's him. Whereas like DJ Moore, his floor has been absolutely tremendous. He's been peppered with targets, and he's got one of the best matchups in football. And same with JSN. So I would bench Garrett Wilson. But I'd also consider benching Tyreek Hill. I don't like what Miami's going to do this week. I really don't. I don't like Miami at all. I think it's going to be ugly. Chris Cheatham says, thanks, guys. Some of the best coverage out there. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. The compliment does not go unnoticed, and it means the world, man. Honestly.
Kenny Walker, Ramondre Stevenson, or Patrick Taylor?
Kenneth Walker.
That's my last spot on my shark.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh.
What's up, man?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
My phone before. It's cracking.
I just pulled up your chat. Will Levis didn't age well, but hey, man, show us the scenery. Show us what Tahoe's looking like. Show us what you're dealing with there.
All right, so a little house pad here.
And then please let the folks know who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, as long as you fucking love me.
This is our view from outside the house, a lake here, right on the lake. Nice and cold, nice and frozen. Sleazeball FF. My mind is a weapon. Fantasy football. Joining in. Never used my phone. What's up, Dan? Long time, man.
Dude, I know I've been moving. Christmas.
Yeah.
My life has been hectic, man. My life has been very hectic. And everything's great. I love my new place. I love it here. I would love for you guys to come visit Orlando, stay at the lake house. We'll take the wake surfing boat out on the lake. It's beautiful. We'll do Disney. We'll do a beach. You guys got to plan a trip down here.
I mean, I ain't got no kids, so Disney is not necessary for me. I'm good with the beach, and I'm good with visiting.
Do you like roller coasters?
Absolutely. I'm 6'8", man. Yeah. I don't fit on them shits.
Okay, because I was gonna say,
yeah, like you're either too small or too big. I'm too big for a lot of shit, man. I'm too big for a lot of shit. All right, Sleaze, thank you for joining us, buddy. You can actually see the chat from your phone on StreamYard. StreamYard's so cool, man. Paul Henderson says Swift against Detroit or Madison against Jacksonville. Swift for me. I don't like Alexander Madison. I can't recommend him. And where the fuck is Dylan Labe?
Yeah, it's rough. I'm gonna just say Swift revenge game as well.
Yeah, that's another. I mean, like, he looked good last time he played Detroit too. So you gave us an update. Minnesota, Seattle went from heavy downfall to light rain showers. Yeah, I mean, it's Seattle. It always rains in Seattle. Caleb Rose, shout out to you. He says sit one PPR McLaurin, London, or Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, I saw a very disrespectful meme this morning saying this Philly and Washington game is the only time son and only the second time a son and father play against each other. And it's Quinion Mitchell and Terry McLaurin in the photos, because Quinion Mitchell absolutely owned Terry McLaurin. I think Terry McLaurin bounces back in a way, but I can't really recommend him, especially based off of how, he's literally their only target. And Cade Otton, but Ben Sinnott is not even an option again today, because it's Kmet or nothing. If Kmet doesn't play well in the next 2 weeks, I don't win first. So I need Kmet to fucking go nuclear. That's the only player I'm paying attention to, which is tragic. So yeah, I guess I'd sit McLaurin, even though I don't recommend it. What about you, Sleaze or Dan?
I'm really worried about McLaurin, but my research says he's worth playing, and I have to roll him out there. He's their only weapon, and they're probably going to absolutely have to pass.
I think we see more. I think McLaurin's going to be all right today. Like, you shouldn't be worried about starting him. But if you have a Jackson Smith and Jigba and a Drake London, both in promising matchups, are you still playing?
I'm a little more like fading Smith and Jigba on the poor weather. I do believe the rain's going to affect this game. I don't care that it rains always in Seattle. I think the rain's a problem.
Heard. All right. So, serious question. This is for me personally, and then we'll get to Sleaze. Jerome Ford, PPR format, or Tony Pollard in a super flex?
Man, I have them side by side. I like them, dude. Jerome Ford's matchup is beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with Pollard. Pollard's he hasn't done me wrong yet, so I'm gonna keep going.
Pollard all day.
Yeah. Half PPR start 3 says Daggers says Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen, or Drake London. I would sit either Keenan Allen or Devonta Smith. Keenan Allen has a higher ceiling matchup. Devonta Smith has been looking great in the slot, so it's a toss up between Keenan Allen and Devonta Smith. And I'm more inclined to want to sit Keenan Allen than Devonta Smith. What about you guys?
I was back with the same question before too. I'm a little nervous with Drake London with Penix's first start, even though the match was great.
I'm not. We've literally been calling for them to insert the Penix. They finally inserted the Penix. Let's go. I'm all in. I'm all in. Just not on Penix, just on Atlanta in general. Neighbors or Bucky PPR? Thank you. I'm going Bucky. I love Neighbors matchup, but Bucky has more reliability in his current situation. But I think Neighbors is a smash start as well this week.
Who's playing quarterback for the Giants?
I believe it's DeVito.
I got mixed up in this. I'm not exactly sure who's playing quarterback for him.
I think it's Drew Lock, is it not?
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, Drew Lock starting.
Drew Lock?
Yeah.
Fuck. All the way from Tahoe. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'd still take Bucky's TD upside. I mean, Neighbors going to get all the volume, but God, it's ugly volume and it's low touchdown upside with the Giants offense.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Armando Zapata Jr. says, "What's up? Start one running back, Pollard, Patrick Taylor, Etienne, or Kendre Miller, and sit one wide receiver, McLaurin, Addison, or Devonta Smith, half PPR." I'm sitting Addison, and I'm starting Pollard over them all. I know Sleaze is a 49ers fan, if you guys couldn't tell about his. But, I mean, I like Patrick Taylor. It's just a tough matchup.
I'm going ETN. I think he's going to prove all his fantasy doubters wrong this week in the championship week that drafted him early, and it was a shitty season.
I literally traded for him everywhere, so I have him in 2 semis this week. I'd be okay with this, especially with Waddle out. Chris Morega says, "Good morning, fellas. 1 PPR flex, pick one. Need upside." Okay, he needs the upside, so he's playing from behind. Tracy Jr., he's going to get a lot of usage of volume. Abdullah is not upside whatsoever. Super volatile. Dobbs can't really project him, and I think the game script is very ugly against New Orleans. Strange, Hawkinson. Daniels or Stafford. Back with Puka. Thank you. Well, if you're playing for upside, it's Jaden Daniels, 100%. And then TJ Hawkinson has the best matchup and most upside out of all those people. Good luck. Saints just announced run game will be a committee. I mean, yeah, Jamal Williams will be involved. I mean, Jake Hayner will be involved. Kendre Miller will be involved. And I've been out on Kendre Miller all season, and I'm going to continue to be out on Kendre Miller all week. So, yeah. Pat Taylor at Miami or Ridley at Indianapolis. Full point PPR. Which defense, special teams? Falcons versus New York Giants, Colts versus Tennessee, or Vikings versus. I'm going to say Falcons defense and special teams for sure. And then I'm going to say Njoku if Njoku's good to go. Has there been any news on Njoku?
He's locked in. They just announced it right now. And
I would say Patrick Taylor is a safer floor play against Miami, whereas Ridley's the higher ceiling play. So whatever you need there, buddy. All right, good luck. He's up in there. Trey Benson is inactive for Arizona. Yeah, I think I saw that on Thursday. Sleaze, yes, sir. Andrew N says George Pickens is out again this week for Wednesday as well. Dang. Quentin Williams out versus Rams. Does this boost Stafford over Love or May? 4 points pass. I mean, here's the thing. Jordan Love is a spectacular play, but it's just such a weird game script. Like, I think they're just going to run him out of the arena, right? Drake May, phenomenal high rushing upside. I think Stafford has the most, he has the most enticing game script where he needs to get the usage. He needs to get his team involved because they have to win, right? So, yeah. Son Sully says, "Yo, San Diego, Love, Swift, or Brian Robinson Jr.?" Fuck. I'm going to go Swift, and I hate saying it. I love Brian Robinson Jr., but that Philly defensive line is nasty. Penix and Tua are the first 2 lefty QBs to play in the same week since 2002 when it was Vic and Tebow.
Wow, that's interesting.
I mean, dang. Andrew with all the info, man. Shout out to you, man. So we are live simultaneously on X and YouTube. Would mean the world if you guys who are watching on X, which is 129 people, shout out to you, hopped on over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube. But Jeff Murphy over on X says Njoku or Strange at tight end. It's Njoku. It's a great matchup. Atlanta starting Penix, Bijan Robinson, and Pitts. First time in 40 years, team is starting 4 players picked in the top 8 with the. Don't forget London. Yeah, you did say London. Okay. Interesting. Neighbors or London at flex? I'm going Neighbors for the floor, London for the ceiling. I'm a little nervous about CD today. You shouldn't be. It's a spectacular matchup. He's going to eat. And I love his longest reception prop. And Njoku's in today. Thank you, Bones. Appreciate you. Half PPR, Jelly of the Month. What a name. Half PPR flex, Patrick Taylor, Kendrick Miller, or Tracy, tough run D, and ankle. I mean, Tracy's is it doesn't really matter the matchup because even against a tough, Baltimore matchup, he still did well because of the volume and usage. And I mean, like, yes, we saw a little bit more Singletary, but I'm going to say Patrick Taylor is a safe floor. Tracy's a ceiling here. Once again, I'm not like Kendrick Miller is running back 32 out of 32 for me this week. Okay. Two super flex spots. All right. Brian Russell. I'm going to just star that. So when he fills in the rest, because I'm assuming he's going to fill in the rest, we'll answer that. Locke. Oh, Locke is a quarterback. Jelly of the Month, happy PR. Hawkinson in rain versus or Strange versus Vegas, who is bad versus. I'm going Hawkinson. What about you guys?
I like Hawk too much this week.
Yeah, player steps.
I like them both. Can't go wrong. I like them both.
I do like Strange a lot too.
Yeah, I just hate Mac Jones. Andrew Normeyer says you can't go wrong getting some Strange in Vegas. I like that. McLaughlin inactive for Denver again this week. Jeez. Pollard or Ford half PPR. I'm going Pollard here, buddy, especially if it's half PPR. More touchdown upside for Pollard. Need 2 out. Terry A. Lopez says need 2 out of Pollard, JSN, Chuba, and Robinson Jr. Please. I would say JSN and Chuba.
I like Pollard and Chuba.
I like Pollard and Jay Season.
Yeah. But I mean, like Jackson Smith and Jigba needs to be in there, in my opinion, for the upside, and then Pollard and Chuba are both relatively safe. Pollard does have a better matchup. I just don't like the injury risk. Zach over on X, hop on over on YouTube, brother. Would mean the world. Says pick 2: Marvin Harrison Jr., McMillan, Ford. I would sit.
Player stuff.
If you're going ceiling, I would sit Ford. If you're going floor, I would sit McMillan. Good luck. Charlie says, what up, fellas? Good to see you, Charlie. How you doing, buddy? Jacoby Myers or Jaden Reed? I hate this. I hate this so much. I would say Jacoby Myers. He needs the usage. He has the quarterback that feeds him a lot, and Jaden Reed's just been unreliable. If Jaden Reed smashes, shame on us, but like he hasn't smashed in situations where he should have smashed, and the game script is just super ugly. So I would say Jacoby Myers is definitely the safer play, and Jaden Reed's just Russian roulette. DJ Moore or Brian Thomas Jr. Ooh, Sleaze, you're gonna say Brian Thomas Jr., eh?
Where's my camera?
It's right there.
Oh, it's on? Okay. Dude, I never use the phone. I'm trying to see the chat. I'm just hearing you guys. Okay, I see it. All right. Man, BTJ is no longer a sit, man. The guy's a superstar, but I like DJ Moore so much this week with Detroit being just depleted with injuries.
Yeah,
I agree.
You got to get both of them in if you can.
Yeah, I'm playing DJ Moore. I just don't trust Mac Jones, and like I'm a Patriots fan. He's a former Patriot, so yeah, flex McMillan or Strange. I'm just going McMillan for the ceiling, Strange for the floor, but I'm definitely leaning McMillan there.
Disco, did you see Doug Peterson get asked about Jones and his response in the interview?
No, I try to avoid all things Doug Peterson, but please do tell.
So the reporter asks what Mac Jones has to do to be more accurate, specifically throwing the ball downfield. Doug Peterson just stood there for like a minute and a half, could not get a word out. He just sat there like...
Man, Nick
Mac Jones, he's never going to be accurate. Like,
here's the thing, man. Nick Saban really made these quarterbacks a lot of fucking money. Like his coaching, his ability. There's no way Mac Jones should have been a first-round pick. No way. And
so
I knew. Go ahead.
They just rolled out Jameis Winston, so there's no halftime coming in.
No, it's DTR or who's the backup there now?
Why did they take this from us in the semifinals?
I'm so right now my conundrum in the Big Draft Energy Dynasty startup is Caleb Williams or DTR. I'm leaning DTR for the rushing
Caleb
upside.
Williams.
I know. He's currently plugged into my lineup. I got a huge performance from Xavier Worthy. He's only been getting better, man. I'm so happy I made the move for Xavier Worthy and bought low there. And Isaiah Likely also smashed yesterday. Did I mention that? I definitely mentioned it.
You did.
DTR has like 1 touchdown and 7 picks in all his starts.
Yeah, but it's the rushing upside. And this is the worst defense. Like this is there are better college defense than this defense right now for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
All right. EB says Rashad White, Aaron Jones, or Pollard need one. If you're looking for touchdown upside, it's going to be Pollard. If you're looking for a receiving upside, it's going to be Rashad White. If you're looking for somebody who has it both plus an excellent game script, it's Aaron Jones. I would say Aaron Jones is just going to get the most usage out of all of these guys, so I'm going to lean Aaron Jones. And usually I'm a fade Aaron Jones guy, but can't deny the usage. Gabriel says A-Rich or Goff. A-Rich for the ceiling, Goff for the floor. Depends on if you're behind and you went against Zay Flowers or Xavier Worthy or anybody like that. 4-point passing TD and Ertz, Ferg, or Chig. I'm gonna say I like Ferg the most. Sleaze says Chig is a sneaky play, but I think Ferg is your higher upside, safer floor play, especially against Tampa on Sunday night. Good luck.
I like Ertz there, man. Philly's been struggling versus tight end. Revenge game narrative. I like Ertz.
It's not a bad deal, but what did you do last time they had a revenge game narrative?
You got a touchdown at the end of the game.
Okay. So touchdown or bust. I still like Ferg, but I mean that's good insight. Bigsby or Madison? Fuck your life, Paul Henderson. I'm kidding. Madison's got a better matchup and more usage. I don't think there's 0 running backs that are backups there. So if anything happens to Madison, we're just going to see Aiden O'Connell do QB sneaks on 1st and 10. It's going to be fun. Puda Mike on X says Miller or White full PPR. It's White for me, dog. I'm sure somebody already said it, but we think Patrick Taylor's going to have himself a game today. I think he's going to be better than I think he's going to be better than Kendre Miller. I played Nico. I have Mike Evans as wide receiver 2. I have BTJ as my flex. I have Moore on my bench. I also have Trey McBride as my tight end and Bowers on my bench. Help, LOL. I mean, I would find a way to play Bowers, especially with Aiden O'Connell and McBride simultaneously, and get rid of the volatility of either DJ Moore or Brian Thomas Jr. I think that's what's going to help you the most because both of them have excellent matchups.
I think Bowers goes nuclear.
Yeah, he should. Max over on X. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube, but we'll help you out here anyways. He says, might be silly, but I'm reaching for the stars, Ramondre Stevenson or Tajay Spears. I'm saying Ramondre Stevenson 100%. Tajay Spears isn't an option, especially with Tony Pollard being back. Antonio Bonos Jolito. He says, what up? Good to see you. PPR League. Yeah, it's Ramondre, buddy. Sit one, McMillan, Keenan Allen, or Mooney. I'm sitting Mooney. I'm sitting Mooney. Holy shit, our chat has been popping. You guys have been tremendous. What a turnout. All right, one more question. He says Patrick Taylor or Tracy? Taylor. It's Taylor. Tracy's got an ugly matchup and he's hurt. I don't like to play hurt people. Okay. I'm going to build a DFS lineup here over on Owner's Box. I would love your insight. I don't want to pay
love with Chig on DFS. He's so cheap. My gosh.
Yeah.
I think Chig's going to get fed from Rudolph this week, man. The matchup is great. It's really sketchy and ugly.
It really is, and he's done great with Rudolph.
Okay, so give me a good tertiary play. Do we like Bryce Young? Do we like Anthony Richardson's only $5,300? Like I'm not second guessing that. No fucking way. Yeah. Okay. So tight end, you said Chig.
He's just so cheap. That's all. He's free.
He's 3,400. Caltera's cheaper. Gesicki's cheaper. Jatavian Sanders is cheaper.
Nobody with an amazing matchup in my mind that's cheaper unless Njoku.
I mean, I would have loved to have gone with Sonat, but unfortunately, fucking Zach Ertz is just like fuck Ben Sonat.
It's either McBride or Chig. That's how I feel about it. It's either Chig. It's either McBride, Bowers, or Chig. You're gonna spend up, or you're gonna just not spend.
I'm gonna go Cole Kmet. It's a great matchup, and he's only $3,600. This is as cheap as you'll get Cole Kmet.
Isn't Detroit literally the very best team in the NFL versus tight ends.
Yeah, but they're also the most injury-riddled team in the secondary and defensively. So all statistical analysis and categories, other than them being consistently terrible against wide receivers, is out the window. They're no longer good against tight ends. They're no longer good against stopping the run. All right, running backs. Give me one good pay-up running back. Are we saying Jahmyr Gibbs at 60? Who's the
Josh
best?
Jacobs.
Gibbs and Connor, I put in every line.
Josh Jacobs plays what? Sunday night?
Monday.
Okay,
Connor's got to be your pay up.
So this is just 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So James Conner, I agree.
How do you set a lineup without Jahmyr Gibbs in it? Is my question.
Well, I mean, so we got Connor and Jahmyr Gibbs. So we're definitely going to need, like, we're doing good on our budget. So let's take a break from the running backs. We can still fill in another one or two running backs, but our average remaining is 5,600. So let's look at some tertiary wide receivers. Drake London's only $5,600.
I just drafted him in my whale.
I'm going to go Drake London.
I'd throw Jacoby Myers if you're not going Bowers.
Yeah, I'm going to Jacoby Myers and Drake London. I mean, I could also add Bowers here as a super flex option at 6,100, which means we have $5,500 left for a flex option. So let's find a good $5,500. Breece Hall's $5,500, and I love the matchup.
Yep. Risky, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all ceiling. All right. And then we'll
Do you like Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love?
I would say Game Scripts favors Aaron Love a little bit more. Aaron Rodgers a little bit more.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not even remotely close to as down on the Bengals defense as you.
I'm very down on them.
I think they're going to completely destroy Cleveland. Cleveland will be lucky to score 9 points on 3 field goals, in my opinion.
DTR is going to be a nightmare.
He's going to suck.
All right, we got a question here. Mr. Silva. Sorry, I can't pronounce your first name. Isis. No, I'm not doing it. DJ Moore or Juan Jennings. What do you guys think?
I do not like Juan Jennings' matchup this week.
He's got a pretty good corner that's probably going to tail him all day. I mean,
Ramsey and Fuller are good on both sides.
I don't think they're worried about Debo anymore. I don't think anybody's worried about Debo anymore on defense.
Debo.
Yeah, I would say DJ Moore is the answer for the floor and the ceiling here. Oh, we're at the 101. I wonder who we're going to take at the 101, no matter what.
Oh, I would have taken Gibbs.
I know. I know.
I cannot wait to see Gibbs as the guy.
Yeah.
I know. Dude, I have him in my draft, my DraftKings 1.5 million to first. I have Gibbs and I have Connor.
I'm pretty sure I can get James Conner around the bend at the 101. So that's why I'm going to try to get somebody who's an outlier at wide receiver.
I love JT
this week. Aaron
Jones,
Taylor,
Bucky Irving, like all these guys. I mean, Jerome Ford, I wouldn't consider. Rashad White, I'd actually consider. I love his receiving upside this week. His receiving prop is one of my number one locks on the week.
How about this? I got one for you. Brian Robinson Jr., DeAndre Swift, Patrick Taylor, Alexander Madison. Start 2.
Okay. Brian Robinson Jr., DeAndre Swift, Patrick Taylor, and
Madison.
Robinson Jr., Patrick Taylor. So DeAndre Swift and B-Rob for me.
Going with the studs?
Yeah, play your studs. Njoku or Hawkinson. Samuel over on X. I'm going with Njoku, even though I absolutely love TJ Hawkinson. I'm going with Njoku. He's got one of the best matchups in football this week. Charlie says, do we think they're going to sag off of Debo and he ends up having himself a game? I mean, I've been thinking that every single week with him and with fucking DK, and they just haven't done shit for me. They have not done diddly. All right. I did not get the notification, so that's concerning. Where's the sound?
I mean, I ranked Debo outside the top 30 for the first time in my fucking career. You can't trust him.
No.
I don't even think he's going to be on the 49ers next year.
Ooh. Where's he going?
I don't know, but they can't he's not part of the long-term plan. They're going to spend a ton of money on Purdy, and they just paid Ayuk, and they just paid Jennings, and they have Pearsall to play the slot, and Kittle. He's gone.
How the hell can Brock Purdy, on his Mr. Irrelevant salary, afford to get every one of his offensive linemen a brand new Tacoma or whatever?
You saw that?
That's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. He must have gotten an incredible deal.
He's getting paid.
From Toyota, like they must have given him a spectacular deal.
Mahomes did the same thing with like Rolex.
Brock.
Andre says, does James Cook find the end zone today, fellas? So last week, guys, I was very bullish on James Cook. I said he was going to go for over 100 yards in an anytime touchdown, and he'd be a top 5 RB. I was bang on. This week, I hate the game script. I really do. The game script is super volatile. It's up in the air. I think it's super doable and an excellent matchup. So I would lean towards yes, but it could be him.
Like the game script?
It could be him. It could be Ray Davis. It could be Ty Johnson. Right. Whereas like James Cook needed to fucking smash against Detroit because Detroit sucks. Or not.
I think because Detroit heavy.
Yeah. I love James Cook, but I think it's tough. It's a toughie. All right. So we got James Conner. Kyren Williams is still available. We could go Amon-Ra St. Brown and CeeDee Lamb.
So before you pick, Quentin Williams, superstar DT for the Jets, is out for Kyren Williams boost.
I'm never going to have another chance to draft Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Amon-Ra St. Brown on the same team.
I like that.
I'm never going to have that chance. So I'll take that chance. Charlie says 100% Cook is scoring tonight. You heard it first, guys. Charlie knows his shit. Shout out to Charlie. Those Tacomas were gifted to Purdy. PR, like he either they were gifted or it was discounted. Nevertheless, like there's no way his salary would afford that. All right, guys, let's talk about the games. Philadelphia, Washington. Philadelphia is 4-point favorites. Only the over/under is 47. Game kicks off in Washington. Who you guys have winning this game? Do you guys like the spread over/under? Talk to me.
Dude, everyone's kind of down on JD5. Everyone's kind of down on B-Rub. I'm not high on B-Rub, but I think JD5 has to be electric here. And I think it's going to be a closer game than people think.
But like we said this thing about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was not electric. And
yep, I know. I just like JD5 to beat JD5 today.
All right, Dan.
I do think the Eagles win, but
I just think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC right now, and I don't think that Washington's going to be much a problem for them.
All right, so do we like the straight up money line over or under?
Totally fine with giving up. I'd tease it up to 5.5. I'm fine with giving up 5.5 and getting it to like plus 150. 3.5.
47.0. Shout out to Lobotomy saying I'm rocking with the Christmas hat. Hey man, if anybody knows Christmas hats, it's Mr. Lobotomy. This guy cooks people in a Christmas hat on Fortnite, on Call of Duty, in fitness, in life. Just one of the best people. And he now has an audiobook for fitness advice and tips, and it's absolutely incredible. I invested. You guys should too. Shout out to Lobotomy. Just an absolute brilliant fucking beast of a human. All right, we're on the clock soon. All right, so Kyren Williams is still available. Never mind. He's gone now. Fuck my life. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp as my flex. And then quarterback, I'm going to pair up Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
This is the winner. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then I'm just going to clean up with 2 running backs I'm very bullish on at the end.
I love Cooper Kupp this week. The Jets have been getting destroyed by slot receivers. They're like the most points in the NFL given up versus the slot now. It used to be Minnesota and Detroit. Now it's the Jets and the Bills.
Yeah, we tried something new to this week and posted the most advantageous matchups for slot receivers. So yeah, you bang on with your assessment, bang on with all that. All right, Detroit Lions are 7-point favorites in Chicago. The over/under is 47.5. What do you guys like here?
I'll let Dan take it away.
It's outside. If it was in a dome, I'd love the over. I just am a little worried about these outdoor cold games with Detroit. I could see the under going here. It's a lot of points. it could be. I'd like to see it more like 44 if I was going to bet the over 42.5, which I think it should be set at, to be honest.
Who do you like winning?
Good.
I think Detroit's going to win this game. I don't think the Bears are there yet. They're just not a winning franchise. They're kind of like the Jets, but a step past the Jets.
This is my call of the week. Caleb Williams is a top 5 QB. He was a top 5 QB last time he played Detroit. Now their defense is even more decimated. They're at home. The weather looks to be holding up. I like the over and the Bears and the points. And I like the Bears to win.
I like Caleb this week too. I think he's going to be good. I do.
All right, guys, give me a tight end suggestion because I'm coming up soon.
Laporta.
Really?
Or John.
Yeah,
I
it's,
like Laporta.
Lions are going to have to pass heavy and score points at will.
You're a big Njoku guy. The Browns quarterback favors the tight end. He does not throw the ball to the wide receivers whatsoever.
man, this all game streaming on fucking guy needs to suck a dick. Like, I've banned you 4 times. I don't know how you're still able to fucking come on my stream and post your garbage.
I got one for you, Dan. So DTR, last time he was out, the games he played with Njoku, I think it's 3 games. He's targeted him at a 40% rate.
Yeah. He just feeds the tight end. I don't think that he sees the downfield.
Can't see anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching him play and just thinking, like, man, to be a tight end on this guy's team, and they're all just like 5-yard hitches.
That's it.
Every one of them. They're very short passes.
I can't believe I got Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, it's nasty.
So I need to just take it home with either Breece Hall or Bucky Irving.
If I minimize this, can I join one?
I love Aaron Jones today.
I don't know if you can join from there. Oh, yeah, Matrix got him.
Yeah, something about Aaron Jones' matchup with Seattle in the rain.
Do you have a laptop there by chance for these, please?
No.
Yeah, I have.
All right. Andre says, did y'all see Josh Allen's been playing with a broken hand since week 1? Yeah, man. They also saw that Lamar Jackson's catching up in the MVP vote, so they were scrambling for a storyline. Need some help, boys. Got a 35% chance to win from Caleb Hopkins. All right, guys, Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Caleb Hopkins got Brian Robinson Jr., Ramondre Stevenson, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, PPR format, pick 2. I am going with Tony Pollard and Ramondre Stevenson. What about you guys?
I agree. I like Rico Dowdle, though, this week, too. He's got a great matchup.
As a receiver.
As a receiver. Yes.
As a receiver. So his receiving.
Oh, no. I'm going Pollard and Dowdle over Ram.
Okay. I mean, I don't like it's either Tony Pollard.
Touch of the game is too hard to ignore with Dowdle.
Yeah. But like this Tampa defense only gives a production to receiving backs, and Rico Dowdle hasn't really scared there. All right, guys. Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, Bucky Irving. We got to take it home with this last guy.
I love Aaron Jones. I just love Aaron Jones this week, personally.
Sleaze?
I know Sleaze don't like Aaron Jones.
I'm leaning Bucky Irving heavily here. Like I like
Bucky too, but Aaron Jones is not going to share the ball 50-50.
What's the question? It shows up Ramondre on the screen.
It's for my last pick here. Jones.
Bucky.
Yeah, I'm leaning Bucky here too. All right.
Sorry, Jones has a nice game script with the rain, though, but
for sure, he's just so unreliable.
When he's good, he's
I love
good.
This team. Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, all plus matchups. Joe Burrow to stack with Jamar Chase, Sam Laporta plus matchup, should smash. James Cook plus matchup, Bucky Irving plus matchup. This is the team, right? Like it really comes down to my running backs. I think that's where it's volatile. Typically, I like to build these teams with 3 running backs, but if Cooper Kupp's available at the flex, I'm fucking going with Cooper Kupp. You know what I mean? All right, just queued up in another. All right, pick 3. Okay, so the odd man out would be Brian Robinson Jr. for all 3 of us. I think that's a safe assumption, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Right. How do I get this to work, babe?
Start Kupp, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, or Chuba Kupp. I placed the exact same parlay multiple times this weekend while indulging in some props. Must have a good feeling for Jahmyr Gibbs and Trey McBride to score this weekend. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, hey, George Tryon says Sleeves already answered this one with a $9.99 dono. Appreciate the super chat. Super chats always get bumped to the top guys. Half PPR flex, pick one, London or Ford. What do you guys think already? Had Nico. I mean, well, like if it's half PPR and I'm looking at touchdown upside, it goes to Drake London because that Giants secondary is absolutely terrible, whereas Ford's only value comes as a PPR threat. So I'm going with Drake London here, man. Thank you. You always support and you always show love, and thank you for that. Scary Terry or Aaron Jones at flex? I'm going Jones.
Jones.
If you need the ceiling play, it's Terry. If you need the floor, it's Jones. I got the 101 again, guys. So I guess I'll start off with Jahmyr Gibbs this time, right?
Got to. Whoever wins is gonna.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs is my RB1 this week, but like it could be Craig Reynolds. We don't know what Dan Campbell's so fucking weird. I'm not betting against Jahmyr Gibbs, but Dan Campbell's so fucking weird.
Jahmyr Gibbs over Saquon, you think for sure this week? Or
I have Saquon as my RB3 behind Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Saquon. I think you're going to see a lot more Craig Reynolds than people think.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think Jahmyr Gibbs, with how explosive he is, not going to ignore it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Would have been nice to have gotten JT on that last team. All right, Jahmyr Gibbs it is. 101 twice in a row. Let's go. What time is it? 12. Fuck. I got to get like at least 10 of these ones and one in the other league.
I got one shark, and I'm drafting my second whale right now.
Are you posting your parlays, bud?
I'm working on my list right now. I got a new method, and I'm doing things a little different.
Bone says, Saquon don't do that. I need Saquon Barkley to go nuclear so I have a chance at winning 20,000 in the first mini. Him and Cole Kmet. I think Saquon might be a very safe bet, but Cole Kmet's the one who I like. I need Kupp. I need Saquon. I need James Conner or Kenneth Walker or Chase Brown, Joe Burrow or Stafford. Yeah, man, I'll show you guys that team. But the only thing that's selling me is my fucking tight ends, and I'm the bully tight end king. Cole Kmet selling me, Dallas Goedert, IR, and Ben Snott. Like Zach Ertz, just like this is the year he decided to be healthy. Let's go. Sleaze, you're rolling with Ford over London and Flex. Need a tiebreaker?
I like Ford better than London. I don't trust
in half PPR.
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't want to throw out Penix and London and all them in their first game. And I know the game script's great. Hard for me to trust.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it for sure, but there's no way I'm playing Jerome Ford over Drake London ever. And if I'm wrong, I'll fucking eat it. But good luck, Troy. George, sorry.
All right, you ready to hop into a splash? I got it up.
Yeah. I'm just wrapping this one up. Let me make my 2 picks, and then I'll queue up for the next one. Do we think A-Chain's going to be good this week?
Yeah.
He's always a floor of 15.
All right, so I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try to secure the number 1 tight end. I'm going to try to secure the number 1 quarterback.
Have you seen A-Chan's receiving numbers when Waddle is out? It's through the roof.
What about Malik Washington?
I love his props. Dude, his props, the first thing I said to Sleaze when Waddle went out was Malik Washington's props are probably too low right now. They were at 15.5 prior to the news. They're only at what, 23.5 now?
29.
I have him on 50% of my 22 DraftKings lineups.
It's not a bad call. All right, Sleaze, I queued up.
All right, I'm in. It says 2 of 5. Let's roll.
Wait. So
is AJ Brown going to stink against Lattimore? This is a whole new thing that we haven't had.
Oh, wow. It says accuracy location is blocked in South Lake Tahoe. Wow.
What state is Lake Tahoe in?
Nevada.
Yeah, it's definitely not available.
The other side of Tahoe is in Nevada, but we're in California.
It says right now.
We're in California.
Unfortunately, players located in Nevada, United States cannot join real money games or make discounts. Block eligibility warning. Swear to God. Look.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, we're in California right now.
I know, but it's giving me Nevada on here is what I'm saying. Damn it.
So when do you guys get back?
We can come back tomorrow afternoon.
Heard.
We got our Christmas. We're heading out here in like 25 minutes. I got to get ready.
Heard. I'm sweating bullets right now, ladies and gentlemen. Sweating bullets. I'm on my second coffee. I had breakfast.
I'll take a coffee, babe.
Oh, man.
With some Fireball in it too, if you want.
Oh my God. Turn your life up, Sleaze.
Yeah, we got our Christmas party coming. Let's go.
So is like everybody staying in the same chalet there, or you guys?
So
got, like-
we're at their. Is it your aunt?
It's my cousin. Basically, it's a family rental. It's my cousin.
Family cousin summer house out here. It's nice. They're super loaded.
Please, you're not in my $3. Oh, never mind. You can't do it because you're.
Yeah, I can't draft.
The hell isn't Vegas in Nevada? Yeah.
Well, South Lake Tahoe is super close to the Nevada, borderline state line. So state line's like 4 minutes away. So I'm in California, but it says I'm in Nevada.
I might get Kyron Williams here on the way back, and this is exciting because I got Josh Allen, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Brock Bowers.
I like Kyron a lot now that Quentin's out too.
I mean, I liked him regardless for the game script, but
Dude, the Jets are playing free and loose now. There's no playoff monkey. They don't got to worry about nothing. Aaron Rodgers looking a lot better all of a sudden.
they're also playing terrible football. They're also playing terrible football.
I know, but West Coast teams always struggle in New York going early, man. It's just weird.
Oh, come on. Somebody leave me Kyron. Give me Kyron. Give me Cooper Kupp. I'm living large. If it's not Kyron and Kupp, it's going to be Kupp in London. Come on. Oh, shit. I'm on the clock on this one. We're at the 105. Wide receiver Puka. Chase Brown. Honor. And Puka. All right. Motherfucker took Kyron.
So are you feeling T. Higgins with the best matchup on the week?
I do like T. Higgins, but I don't like him enough to pay up for him ahead of guys like Cooper Kupp and Drake London.
What do you guys like Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams' long reception? That's sticking out to my research.
Quarterback, George is asking quarterback, Joe Burrow or Jane Daniels. I mean, I'm going Burrow regardless of floor or ceiling here. Jane Daniels is like the ultimate ceiling play, but this Philly defense is just different, and I'm not betting against them. Good luck though, buddy.
Burrow's definitely the play. Safe play.
Dan, what's the longest reception at for both of them?
It's probably around 25 yards for each.
I would say I'm more inclined to like it for Devontae Adams than I am for Garrett Wilson, just based off of the target share.
Garrett got targeted a bunch of bombs last week, though. Just barely missed.
Yeah. But also with the weather and the game script, it's tough to say that's an outlier. I love it. Did you see all I'll give you all the picks I have. I think I texted them to you.
I saw the message.
Those are my favorite singular bets that I just put into a couple cards.
Full slates.
Yeah.
So the weather in New York is clear, sunny. It's just cold.
Yeah. Yeah. So cold weather, catching a cold bomb, especially from Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's doable. It's doable.
Devontae Adams is getting force fed right now, and I think he goes off again. Morning.
Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts?
Burrow.
It hurts for me. Yeah, Joe Burrow's my QB4 on the week.
It's like I like Burrow better, but he doesn't have to score very many points to win.
I know. I go Hurts. I think Saquon has a lot of touchdowns in this game, though. I do.
I have Saquon on this team, so I have Hurts, Saquon, Connor, and McBride so far.
That's a nice start. I have 0 Eagles in any of my drafts so far. All right. I'm eyeing JT here, and I already got the tight end situated. I think that's the move.
What
Get your
time
tight
are
end
they?
early, either McBride or Bowers.
Rise and shine. I got okay. All
JT and JSN. All right, let's get the tight end situation. If Coach Kittle's available, I would love to get Kittle, and then maybe Jalen Hurts here. Is Devonta Smith still
right.
available?
Hey, make my coffee.
All right, Q, Kittle, Hurts. This team is fucking sick.
Gross. Yeah. How are you getting Hurts in the 7th round?
I'm here for it. I don't think people are autoing, or people are. If people were autoing, I wouldn't get them there. I agree. Thanks, guys. You're very welcome, brother. You're very welcome. And guys, feel free to bring in your questions if you guys would like to hop on over on X. We still have 166 people tuning in on X, 14 over on YouTube. Appreciate all the love and support. Yeah, man. And we helped a lot of people make a lot of money last week, and we helped a lot of people with some spectacular fantasy football advice, and we'd continue to love to do that. All we ask is follow the channel, subscribe on YouTube to either my page, Sleaze's, or NFL DFS Picks, or all three, and it costs you absolutely nothing, guys, and it means the world. Hey, guys, do we think J.K. Dobbins returns next week? Yes, absolutely, against New England, which is
They
very good.
have to have him back. It's even though Gus looked good.
They need to win out. They need to win out. They need to win the next 2 games. And they're going to play in very meaningful football games. So it's going to be a very meaningful football game for him.
Gus
again,
injected those PEDs last week. I haven't seen that guy run like that in 20 years.
Well, I mean, like, it just goes to show how like bad Denver's run defense is
Bad.
now. And like the Javonte receiving yards prop almost hit in the first half. It hit in the first half, and then he lost yardage, and then it hit again.
Dude, he could have had that TD too. He threw a rocket at him.
Oh yeah, but I think we've ended the conversation where we're saying Bo Nix is the offensive rookie of the year over Jaden Daniels. I think we've ended that conversation. Like, it's not Bo Nix, it's Jaden Daniels, and it doesn't matter how bad Jaden Daniels could play today.
Oh, so while you guys are going through it, I didn't get to watch much of the games yesterday. What were some takeaways?
Rest in peace to
the refs completely gave Kansas City another game for starters.
Shocker.
Called back.
Chris Boswell
touchdown.
didn't kick his field goals. I saw that. I like that call.
For the first time since Wilson's been quarterback, Boswell didn't hit his prop.
Yep.
I was looking at it the other day. If you would have bet like $100 on Boswell to hit his prop and then took the winnings and bet that and took the winnings and bet that, you'd be up like 30 grand.
on just on Chris Boswell?
On just if you put all the money on Boswell every single time.
So Derrick Henry crushed Disco. That was a good call there. He went way over.
Yeah, I have him closer to 150. He was closer. Okay, they got a Jahmyr Gibbs special, so we're gonna build a card after this.
How about Neighbors, Tyreek Hill, or DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
Oh man. If I'm sticking with my Bears theme, I'm going DJ Moore, but Tyreek without Waddles. And Niners get gashed by chunk plays.
I'm not worried about that. I think now we know where all the doubles are going to go. I'm more concerned about HN getting involved in the receiving game, and maybe a little bit of Jonnu. Tyreek Hill, like he hasn't looked right since the cops fucked him up.
Yeah.
Guys like
That's how he hurt his wrist, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, week 1.
What happened with Pacheco? Did he get hurt?
No, man. Just Kareem Hunt was the more explosive, better back there that week.
Basically, anytime they hit the red zone, Kareem Hunt comes in. As soon as they hit the 20, it's the Kareem Hunt show.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me. Do I have the snap numbers?
So
like, it was Pacheco's job until they got into the red zone, and then Pacheco never even saw a snap, I don't think.
He only had 3 points, man.
I love the football guys, but I just wish that they would update their snap count sooner. Yeah, they don't have the snap count for week 16 yet.
Oh, for Pacheco?
Yeah, for Pacheco and Kareem Hunt.
Oh, it's probably 55.
I don't think it was down to the 20, and then Kareem Hunt was more involved in the receiving game than Pacheco. I think even Piran was more involved. I think Pacheco maybe saw like 40% of the snaps.
Is Travis Kelce now a sit?
No. Travis Kelce looked good. He was targeted. He got, 5-6 receptions? It was a decent outing for him. It wasn't bad. But Xavier Worthy, as I've
Hollywood
been calling-
Brown, interest next week?
Sorry?
You got any interest in Hollywood Brown next week with Porter Jr. out and he got
Absolutely.
8 targets?
Absolutely. Him, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown looks like the work that they did in the summer. Him and Patrick Mahomes has paid off.
I just saw the numbers. I didn't get to see it, so I was catching up.
Fake one.
Calvin Austin was money, by the way.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Likely was money.
Yep.
Andrews anytime touchdown was also money. Zay Flowers went way over.
They saved it with a bomb at the end, right, or something?
Oh no, he was over almost at half.
Jalen Warren was the better of the two backs.
That was a given in the past game. Dude, that's a tough run D to go against.
Derrick Henry was absolutely dominant. He was the reason why Baltimore easily won that game, in my opinion.
He hit over his rushing yards in the first half.
In the first quarter, I think it was pretty close.
In the first quarter, he had like 56, 55. First half, he hit the over, which is
I don't know.
insane.
All I know is it was the fourth quarter, and I'm going against him, and he had 12 points. All of a sudden, he had 20. So he hit something. He had like a 70-yard bomb.
Must have. I didn't watch the second half because like Najee was just so depressing. They give it to Pruitt on the 1 yard line, 1st and 1.
Who the fuck is Pruitt?
Literally their fourth tight end.
Oh my! Not even Pat.
No, it wasn't Pat. Wasn't Darnell Washington, who I have some useless exposure to. Wasn't Cam Hayward's brother, the other Hayward.
Then Cordarrelle Patterson comes in and scores the other touchdown for him.
Oh my god, I fucking hate Arthur Smith with a passion.
Oh, dude,
And I was telling myself, I was like, I'm going to sit Najee Harris, put Travis Etienne at running back, and pick up Isaiah Likely and flex him. And I didn't do it because I thought Najee Harris was a safer play. I should just stick to my guns sometimes. I really should. All right, do I want 8? Yeah, I want HN next. If I can get HN next, I'm happy. HN, okay. All right, Devon HN. This team, Saquon HN, CD Lamb.
You like Drake May's rushing today? I like Drake May's rushing today.
I like his longest rush always.
I like his rushing always, but he burned me last week.
Yeah, it was a weird game script last week.
How about Kittle's receptions, please?
Yes, that's what
Yes, love Kittle's receptions. If Patrick Taylor has receiving yards props, I also love those.
How about Jake Moody's field goals? The Dolphins are giving up the most field goals in the NFL.
Don't talk to me about kickers, brother. You know me and kickers.
Fire up Moody.
Right?
The other kicker I like a lot, Dan, is Josh Carty.
I got Cardi in my research as a great.
Bone says, "Fuck Kansas City." Arthur Smith play calling is so bad. You guys know why Arthur Smith has a job in the NFL, right? You guys know why? Because his dad's literally an NFL sponsor.
I love McPherson's field goals because the Browns shouldn't be able to score, and there's no reason to.
It's not a conspiracy either. Arthur Smith's father is the founder and CEO of FedEx, and they are a league sponsor of the NFL. That's why Arthur Smith has a job and will always have a job in the NFL.
Did you hear that, Dan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's the other guy? I like him. Is it Riley Patterson?
For who?
The Bengals kicker.
Oh, McPherson, I think his name is.
Oh, he's on IR.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, whoever their kicker is, when it'll show up in the betting props. Bengals. We'll just call it Bengals kicker.
I'm concerned that
the other sneaky kicker is Cam Little.
Yeah, you know, I agree, but I'm just also so worried that like they just won't have that many scoring drives. But yeah,
who, Jacksonville?
Yeah, I just
no team gives up more field goals over the last month in kicker points than the Las Vegas Raiders. Cam Little is a lock. I don't even do kickers, and I know that's fucking free. Give me Kittle. Give me Kittle. Give me Kittle. If it's not Kittle, I'm gonna Sam Laporta's gone. Oh no, he's not. He's right there. Give me Kittle.
All right, boys. Merry Christmas. I got to get ready. We're about to head out here. Thanks for having me hop on. Dan, good to see you. Disco, always the GOAT.
You're back tomorrow, right?
I'll be back tomorrow for the Monday night show.
All right.
You're going to have to catch me up on most of the games. I'll be looking at the stats.
I'll be spamming the text chat.
All right.
Peace,
Good
buddy.
to see you guys. Make sure you smash that like, smash that sub. I'm out. Happy holidays. I'll see you guys.
See you, buddy.
I don't know how to.
I'm just avoiding everything in this Vikings Seahawks game. I just feel like that this with the bad weather, it's avoidable to me. Like just, I'm not putting a single thing on a card from it.
Oh, I'm looking at Kenneth Walker's props and I'm just drooling over it.
If anything, I put Walker and Jones on there and nothing else.
Yeah, I love Kenneth Walker's props. All right,
Ty Conklin. I like Ty Conklin coming back from his child being born to hit his yardage prop.
It's not a bad call, but it's not an outlier either for me. You know me, I like to bet on like the ones that are like clear outliers, right?
Well, I have it marked here for yardage for him, so he must have a top 10 yardage matchup.
Okay, so he's playing against the LA Rams. Over the last 4 weeks, the LA Rams are a bottom 10 matchup. Not a very advantageous matchup.
Right.
What's his receiving yards at?
It's low. It's like 30 or 20 something. 20.
It's too high. That's too high. It's right around what they give up on average.
Over the last 4?
Yeah, over the last 4. I could pull up the last 2, and I can also pull up the last or the entire season.
I know they got to play against Dawson Knox, which helped.
Fuck, I wanted Jonathan Taylor there. Okay, give me Bucky, and then give me Marvin Harrison Jr. stack with Kyler Murray. It is a plus matchup. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. this week.
I like Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns this week.
It's tough because like they could be blown. Like we could easily see Mitch Trubisky in the second half.
I don't know. Maybe
He's playing with a broken left hand. Like
he's done it since week 1. He's all better now.
All right.
His hand's healed. He said that this week it's the best he's felt. I wouldn't worry about the hand at this point.
Of course, he saves it for my Patriots.
I just think the Bills' best chance to right now is to keep their foot on the gas pedal. I don't think they're going to like mess around. I think they're just going to come out with urgency, and they're going to try, like you said, maybe it's ridiculous by third quarter, but I do think the Bills are going to keep the pedal to the metal on offense. Their defense is struggling. They got to get it right, and the solution is to score 40 again.
Against the Patriots?
That's what they have to try to do, I think. They're going to be their plan. I don't know if they'll be successful, but I think that's like the plan is to like pour a ton of points on this team.
Dang. I do think Amari Cooper's 2.5 receptions is too low. All right, I'm going to build a pick 'em right now. I'm going to go over Jahmyr Gibbs, 64.5 rushing yards. I'm going to keep scrolling past this Washington game because there's nothing I love in that Washington game. I like Jonathan Taylor's rushing yards and longest rush, but I have too many cards with it. I'm not touching Pollard's props because he's hurt. Pittman's props is very doable. Also not an outlier for me, though.
If you had to choose between Bowers' long reception and touchdown, they're both very advantageous. What would you choose?
Bowers' touchdown.
Touchdown, you think?
Yeah.
Because O'Connell's got a positive touchdown.
Walker's rushing yards is only at 48.5 right now.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Gonna 100% bet on that. And then
I like Mayfield's rushing.
I'm gonna take Bowers over his reception, 6.5.
I love Ferguson this week.
2.5 receptions for Amari Cooper. Love that prop. I think he bounces back in an incredible way. 2.5 receptions for Rachaad White is absolutely fucking free and criminal. 22.5 longest reception for CeeDee Lamb is absolutely free and super doable. We got 2 more props we got to get in here. We got another draft that's on.
Absolutely love Trey McBride this week. He's just like,
yeah, I can't find his game.
is Penix gonna rush? Is he a rushing guy? He doesn't. He like didn't rush a lot in
He
college.
has a rushing ability.
Like I know he's pretty fast, but like I don't remember him as a rushing quarterback at all.
He has rushing ability. I mean, like that's like the pocket quarterback's dead. You have to have athleticism now.
And I mean, the thing is, when you're looking for these rushing outliers, like if the team has a good pass rush, that usually helps because it means they're going to be running for their lives. And the Giants have a great pass rush, if nothing else.
Yeah. James Conner over 86.5 is the last one. We're not going to safety this. We're going to go 850. This 100 extra dollar skis. Amari Cooper's fucking, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, we'll go Marvin Harrison Jr. over as long as instead. All right.
So I have 47 props I love.
I have 285.
285
that I've bet on individually
for this week.
Yeah.
Out of these 47, I mean, there's probably 10 that I have two different things for each person that I love. So I may be closer to 60.
Gotcha. Are you betting individually or parlaying them all? Mr. Magic says, yo, what's up, Mr. Magic? Good to see you, buddy.
What I'd like to do is I like to do 2 20 prop parlays for $1 million payout. And I figure if it takes me 25 years to hit it, that's fine. It only costs me like $15 a week for each one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like to divide however many I really love by 6 and do 6 prop cards and do $50 bets. So ideally here I would do $400. So 6 prop bets here. Each one would pay minimum of $1,000 and maximum of $3,000. So if I just hit one bet out of these, I double up for the week.
Okay. And how often do you hit that one?
I've hit 19 bets so far this year. I've won around $19,000, but I've also put in about $400 to $500 every week. So, we're at week 16. So, I'm probably up roughly $11,000 so far this year.
That's a plus. That's very plus. Need Puka, Jamar, McBride, ET to go nuclear. It's very good matchups for all of them this week. All right. Fuck. CeeDee Lamb and Justin. So I got Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson this draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, Justin Jefferson's like available so late in my drafts because this weather situation, and like who knows, maybe it just won't rain. And
then who knows? Maybe players are comfortable playing in the rain.
Maybe I mean, and Jefferson's great at tracking the deep ball. Maybe they start to just really cheat to the run and get a couple over the top.
Also very doable. I feel like I need some more Mike Evans. Like I need a lineup with Mike Evans.
Dude, Hard Rock is fucking us so bad. Like they were giving me 30% boosts on like everything, and now I've won a bunch of money. Their boosts suck. They barely give me anything, and now they're like, "Oh, we give you a 30% boost on 2 first touchdown bets today." Like anybody's gonna win money on that. Like they're just basically saying, "Donate to us."
Yeah, I won so much money on FanDuel that they banned my account.
It's ridiculous.
And they have every right to ban your account. I have Daniels, Jacobs, Cup, and Evans while I'm playing against them in other leagues. That's the issue being invested in so many players. All I want, because like I know the usual suspects on my best ball teams are going to do their thing. I just want something out of Cole Kmet this game. I know it's too much to ask for anything from Ben Sinnott, but Cole Kmet needs to get involved. I need Cole Kmet in a way. Brock Bowers is still available.
Is there like a good tight end out there that is more likely to get 20 or 0 than Cole Kmet? Like
Well, I
that
think
guy,
it's just more likely that he runs 20 routes wide open and he
like
gets fucking ignored
like his
because
ceiling is
Bill's
so high
massive.
and his floor is 0 literally every week.
Dustin Stone says, "Let's go, happy holidays to you as well, my friend." Fuck, Mike Evans is gone. Do I mix in Cooper Kupp here with this bunch? Yeah, let's do it. We're going quarterback and we're going tight end, quarterback and running back slate. Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers, Cooper Kupp. This is a lineup. I'm gonna have to do a whale. I got to do at least one whale. So we're gonna queue up in the whale. All right. Did you post your parlays?
No, I'm not going to have any time to post anything today. I haven't even made a bet yet.
Oh shit. Well, you got 24 minutes. So when you make your bet, just let the folks know here, and then we can clip it.
So Jahmyr Gibbs rush plus receiving yards 124.5. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's low.
Whew. I do think it's low. But if you're going to pick one, rushing, receiving, or that, do you take Gibbs 28.5 receiving, Gibbs 91.5, or do you just say, hey, he's going to be absolutely incredible?
His longest reception was one of my most I was most invested in that prop. I think it was at 13 and a half, 12 and a half.
13 and a half.
Yeah. So that's the one I'm most invested in. All right.
I'm going to put it in this card. I don't like to put hard to hit things in my million maker. That's part of my strategy. Like I don't want 100 yards. I don't want, even if it's likely, I want to lean towards the easier stuff. I want to lean towards lower numbers, you know.
I hear you. Howell says Andre or Patrick Taylor over Mooney and flex. Patrick Taylor for me. Would you throw in Jonnu as a flex if I have Kittle? Not this week. Good luck, brother. Oh my, we just got Kyron Williams in round 6. In round 7. Joe Burrow, Kyron Williams, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers, Cooper Kupp. This is insane.
David Njoku at 4.5 receptions with a guy that targets the tight end at 40% clip.
Very plausible. Very good prop. I like it. Squint saying hello. What's up? You killing me, Smalls. I hope you're having a wonderful day, buddy. Fantasy Dog in the house, number 17. Like, I appreciate you, brother. We've been live for a while now. We've been at it for a while. 186 people tuning in on X, 14 people strong here on YouTube, 200 total. Thank you guys so much for supporting. This is NFL DFS Picks. That's my guy, Dan Neely, the return of the Dan. And we appreciate you guys rocking with us this morning. And hopefully our advice that we've given this morning has been sound and helpful for you guys. Puka, CD. All right. We got Saquon. Maybe we just go Saquon and James Conner. Yeah, we can go early running backs here and go, or just stagger. Stagger. All right, Saquon, Lamb. I love Lamb this week. I need to get Evans in the lineup. I don't care if I have to get him early. I need to get Mike Evans in the lineup.
Cooper Kupp over 5.5 receptions or 58.5 yards.
58.5 yards seems like the low hanging fruit in that scenario. They're going to give me Bucky in round 8. This is the winner right here, Dan. I don't have to do another shark.
That's how I feel about mine. I really like my 2 lineups a lot.
All right, so this is draft number 5. That's the winner. All right, I'm not doing another one of those. I'm just going to queue up for another whale, right now. Hopefully, I can get an earlier pick, and then we're done with these. Stafford or Daniels point per completion. I'm going Stafford in that scenario. If that's the scoring format, I have to go Stafford points per completion. I think he goes over 22.5 completions easily. Is that his prop currently? He usually hangs around that area.
Malik Washington's props up to 27.5. I still like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it at 50. I like his props to double more than I like Tyreek Hill to hit his props.
I like Tyreek Hill over 5.5 catches.
I mean, it's plausible. I just don't love it.
Patrick Taylor over 42 rushing yards. I feel like that's pretty good.
It's a tough matchup.
What about rushing receiving combo for Taylor?
What's it at?
Low. It's 55.5. Just 56 yards from the starting running back total.
Yeah, I would put a hefty penny on the over. Ooh, we got the one-on-one here. All right, Ja'Marr Chase, no matter what, in the whale. Let's go.
I think
he's rushing. He's steered us correctly all year, so yeah. We buy homes near you says, love the name. Standard league looks like Pollard plays, but isn't 100%. Would you start Spears, London, Shakir, Jaden Reed, or Ford over him? Also, wide receiver 2, would you keep Devonta Smith or swap out Shakir? I would keep Devonta Smith in, and in standard format, I like London's rushing touchdown upside more than I like Tony Pollard's. Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
CeeDee Lamb over 72.5 or 6.5 catches.
Longest reception. Should be at 22.5.
22.5. Okay. All right. First Millie Makers in. Jesus. I can't even bet. I can't even bet $10 because it pays more than $2 million. $8 pays 1.97. $8. $8 it is. Okay, here's the card. James Cook over 63.5 rushing yards. Drake May over 26.5 rushing yards. Bijan Robinson over 88.5 rushing. Malik Neighbors over 71.5. Malik Washington over 27.5. Patrick Taylor over 55. Jake Moody over 1.5 field goals. Cardi over 1.5 field goals. Cup over 58.5. Devontae Adams, longest reception, 24.5. Bengals kicker over 1.5. Njoku over 4.5. Gibbs over 13.5 longest receptions. Bates over 1.5 field goals. Tony Pollard over 57 rushing yards. Titans field goal kicker over 1.5 field goals. James Conner over 83 rushing yards. Aaron Jones over 64 rushing yards. Cam Little 1.5 field goals. And
I don't love the Aaron Jones one. That's the one that I'm like, But keep going.
They're going to win this game in the rain.
Yeah, and it's a light rain now. By the way,
it's a light. I like it. I like it a lot. There's some other things on here I'm a little more worried about. I'm more worried about Bijan over 88.5, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Bucky Irving call here. All right, let's see what kind of wide receivers. Oh fuck. I might get CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown in the whale as well. Nope. All right. But we'll get James Conner and Amon-Ra St. Brown with Ja'Marr Chase no matter what. It's okay. It's okay. I love Breece Hall in this matchup. I would love to put Breece Hall in my lineup, but he's been so fucking hurt. So it's either Bucky or Breece Hall to take me home here.
Like Ja'Marr Chase's longest reception, like always. How do you feel like the same way today?
I would prefer it for T. Higgins over Ja'Marr Chase this week. I think Ja'Marr Chase will find the end zone, but I think T. Higgins has a clear path to his longest reception or just his receiving yards. I would prefer. So what's T. Higgins' longest reception in comparison to his receiving yards? All right, we got another question from Antonio Andere over on X. He says, Patrick Taylor, Kendre Miller, Tracy, also Hunter Henry or Strange, please. It's Hunter Henry for me for the ceiling play, Strange for the floor. And I would say Patrick Taylor for the ceiling play and Tracy for the floor. Good luck. Kendre Miller is not an option for me this week, guys. I don't think I've ever hated on a player as much as I've hated on Kendre Miller this week. He's my RB32, could be RB33.
Yeah, I just hate running backs when I can't trust the QB. That's a huge thing for me, and I'm really, really, really like I don't vary off that at all. If there's no semblance of a pass, it's like being on the goal line, lining up in a high school football play. Nothing in the world pisses me off more as a football fan than watching some idiot offensive coordinator have absolutely no threat of the pass whatsoever trying to score a touchdown. Line up in a pass play and run it, you freaking idiots. I can't stand it. And the same thing goes with not having a good quarterback.
Tell us how you really feel. Now here's mine, right? I think Jake Haener is a better quarterback than we've seen from Spencer. Who's playing? So who's starting this week? Let's pull that up. It's got to be Haener, right? Is it Haener or is it Rattler? Because I know Rattler took over. It's Rattler. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good luck. It's Rattler. I mean, Haener is a very Spencer Rattler's job is to go out and win the football game with Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Tells you a lot. I think Kendre Miller is going to get a lot of volume, but this is the wrong rush defense to get the volume in. And where Green Bay has been really weak, especially over the last month, has been the receiving aspect, and that's not Kendre Miller's game.
Jamal Williams is a good running back too, and he's fresh.
Yeah, I literally just dropped him in my my big draft league, the Big Draft Energy Dynasty, and my opponent picked him up because I needed to pick up DTR. Because Cousins
happened with me with Patrick Taylor. I literally dropped him like 15 minutes before they announced Garendo.
Oh, I dropped Jamal Williams like 2 days ago. Jalen Hurts, James Conner, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown. So far, so good. And I might finish off with Cooper Kupp here at the. Oh, I should probably get George Kittle at tight end before I go Cooper Kupp if Cooper Kupp's still available.
Ty Conklin's receiving yards is 20. Do you like it at 20?
I mean, it's doable, it's plausible, but like in a game script where Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson get all that touch, and I still like Breece Hall, it's tough to project him. Wow, your team looks super strong. Man, I've drafted some fucking monsters today on paper, but like we'll see how it translates because like everybody just wants to go the ADP game. I just take guys who are highest in my ranking at the moment at each position. So kind of like people are, oh, there goes Cooper Kupp. But Cooper Kupp falling in round 6 is borderline criminal. Kittle's still available. Hopefully we can get him. We got one more pick before it's us. And if we could get Kittle here, we might try to grab Jonathan Taylor and then finish up with Bucky Irving. So Kittle, Jonathan Taylor, and then we'll queue up Bucky Irving. Everybody's and their mom is not drafting Bucky Irving. So we'll queue up Jones, Kenneth Walker, and Breece Hall in that order. We're going to go for, I mean, if Drake London's also, I'm worried about Terry McLaurin would be ideal. I just hate the matchup. If Drake London's available in the last round, I kind of like him more than no. I like Bucky Irving way more. Who am I kidding? Yep, Bucky Irving or bust. Jacoby Myers. I mean, I like him. Terry McLaurin. I like him. Judy, DK. But Bucky Irving. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is also an option. Bucky Irving as your last overall pick in these drafts. Every time I've had Bucky Irving as my last overall pick in these drafts, I've won.
I got 2 milli makers and I've spent a total of $20 on the 2 cards. Like, why wouldn't everybody just try this once or twice a week? It costs $8 and $12. I put in 20 props. Like if I do this for 10 years and I hit one, it'd be the smartest thing I've ever done in my life.
I don't think that's available where I'm at. That's the reason why I don't do it.
You can't just do like a 18 prop parlay and put 10
Oh,
bucks.
yeah,
on
I could. I don't think I'm gonna have time for one more draft, so I'm just gonna unregister from this. All right, I'm gonna build one more pick'em ticket after I get my my Bucky pick in. I like how I can rely on Bucky being completely free in a plus matchup. That's crazy.
Do you like Ramondre? I really like Ramondre Stevenson over 65 combined rushing and receiving yards. It just seems
I prefer his 2.5 receptions, but it's also one of those things that I won't bet on. All right, let's do one more bet. I'm gonna put $8. I'm gonna 100 exit. Cup over 58.5. I'm just gonna go with ones that I haven't bet on. Fuck no. I don't want Bijan's longest reception, even though I think it's free and it's a plus matchup. I'll go Drake London over 23.5 yards for his longest reception. I like the receiving yards and 6.5 receptions for Neighbors, but I'll go over the 6.5 receptions for Neighbors. I really do like that prop a lot. If any matchup is the matchup for Kyle Pitts to smash, it's this one because I'm playing against him in 3 leagues in the semis. I like Jalen Hurts over 12.5 longest rush. I like Devonta Smith over 54.5 receiving yards. Dang, if they had Grant Caltera receptions, I would have liked that. I love Jonathan Taylor's rushing props, but I have that on way too many cards. Either Downs or Pittman longest reception or receiving yards. I'll go Pittman. He's been eating, so we'll go his receiving yards. Chig is enticing, but not that enticing. I'm going to go Travis Etienne, 2.5 receptions is very enticing. Jacoby Myers, I got a lot of props with him. Brock Bowers, 6.5 receptions. Can't go wrong there. And then we'll go McBride. You already got way too many McBrides. Let's look at Drake May and take his longest rush at 12.5. All right, we're going to put $8 on that. Oh, almost 87. Should I safety this, Dan?
I usually don't safety anything.
Heard.
I like to gamble, not bet.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brock Bowers receptions is offline. So stupid. All right, let's try it again.
Right. I am just smashing bets in here.
I mean, tis the time. We got 5 minutes till kickoff.
DJ Moore, 5.5 catches or 55.5 receiving yards or 60 rushing plus receiving yards.
I like the 5.5 catches.
I hit it last week. He's had 7 like every game for the last 2 months. I like Neighbors catches a lot this week. It's 6.5. I just feel like the Falcons have been getting torched by outside receivers. Wan'Dale's got a bad matchup. Slayton's non-existent.
Unfortunately, Cooper Kupp's receiving yards is not available. This is the most irritating part about this app, I will say.
Terry McLaurin's reception prop is only 4.5.
Drake May's longest rush is no longer available. Come like drafters. Like at this point, I'm not going to give you guys my money if you guys keep pulling this shit. Honestly, it's fucking stupid.
Dude, they are always leaving off all my favorite props every week, and it's pissed me off, to be honest.
It's not that they're leaving off the props. It's that like The props are available. I go to place the bet, and they take it off. Yeah, because I bet on Kyle Pitts, right? That's why you're going to let me have the 2.5 receptions for Kyle. You fucking assholes.
Kittle's receptions 4.5. God, that's low.
Mr. Magic says pick 2, Sharp, Keenan, and Devonta. I'm going Keenan and Devonta. Sharp is not an option this week with Kenneth Walker being back. All right, guys, that's it for us today. 213 viewers, 205 over on X. Thank you guys so much for supporting and tuning in. Dan, thank you so much for being such a strong, influence on the betting page and helping people out this morning with me. Love you too, Fantasy Dog. I love you, man. You're the fucking man, Fantasy Dog. Honestly, we
appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you, Disco.
My man. And good luck this week, everybody. If my advice was wrong, I apologize. It's not due to a lack of effort. Sometimes fantasy footballs, but if it's right, it's 100% because I'm him. And I'm kidding. Love you guys. God bless you. Good luck this week. Until next time, which is Monday tomorrow on Sleazeball Channel. Peace.